Hey friends, it's Jayma here, and I got my new online exclusives order from Stampin' Up, and today we are going to organize. So I'm going to show you a close-up look at the papers, and then I'm going to put them in the sleeves that I use, and then I'm going to do something a little different with my stamps and dies. So when Stampin' Up came out with the new packaging, I was kind of just keeping things in the same envelopes, adding a magnet sheet to the dies, but keeping them separate, and I want to now keep them together. So we're going to try this together. I'm not sure if I'm going to like it and keep it or not, but we're going to try it out with this release, and hopefully you'll pick up an idea that you like. So let's go ahead and get into it. So I've already put one of my paper packs in the envelopes, and I will show you these papers close up in a little while, but just wanted to show you the direction I'm heading. You may have seen me do this before, but I love these envelopes because they're nice and sturdy, and they keep my paper packs and scrapbooking kits nice and organized. So I'm going to speed this process up, but we'll show you all of the papers in each of the packs. Now, I recorded this about a month ago when I first got this, and this paper pack here is the February product of the month, Painted Illusions. Isn't that a gorgeous paper pack? I used that in my last layout video. If you missed that, I will link it down below. At the time of this recording, it is still available, and it's only $5 with a $75 purchase. And then this here is Wood Grain Wonders. This is a fabulous new paper pack that has 4 different colors of wood grain that are not as rustic as country woods and a smaller scale. So that is going to go with so many different things. I think this is a must-have to mix in with other paper packs as well. Next up is Delicate Dreams, and this one has absolutely gorgeous foiling on it. It's like a copper foiling. So if you are familiar with the earthen toned foil sheets that came out a few months ago, it matches that really well. I think that this is so pretty, and I cannot wait to use it. I have a plan for, believe it or not, back to school photos for this paper, so that's going to be something coming up in the next few months. And then next up is going to be the specialty paper that goes along with it. So this is just white and the copper foiling, and there's 2 sheets of each and 3 different patterns. So this goes along beautifully with this paper pack. I'm going to store it just right at the back behind the paper pack so that they are together. Now, this one is Lunar Luster, and it's just like a shimmery silver specialty paper. It is so pretty, and you get 4 sheets of it. I saw my friend Kalia use this already on the gardening tools die set for the silver part of the gardening tools. It is so cool. I'm putting this in a sleeve of another pack of shimmer paper that I have, so it's not getting its own dedicated pack. This paper pack here is called Homemade Sweetness. Beautiful colors, great for summer. And you'll notice the jars of jam. It's kind of like a canning sort of kitchen feel, but the back sides have really nothing to do with that. So a very versatile pack. This sheet right here, I've already made a layout with it for back to school, so that's going to be coming up soon. There's also a scrapbooking kit and a paper pack with sticker sheet that goes with this pack as well. This is another gorgeous specialty paper with foiling and some texture on it. It's called Garden Textures, I believe, and it goes with the next paper pack I'm going to show you. Aren't those regal colors just gorgeous? So those are going to go in its own sleeve, and then the next time I get foil papers, they will go with that. So I try to keep some specialty sort of like papers together. So you can see here, those regal colors are also in this pack that's called Garden Poetry. I love how each sheet kind of has its own color scheme, and we've got more of a botanical side and then more of a watercolor side. They are so pretty, and those watercolor sides especially are really versatile. By the way, I will have everything I'm showing you here linked down below, and just note that during the demonstrator pre-order, some of the popular items did sell out pretty quickly, and due to the Chinese New Year, it's taking them longer to get back in stock. So we have to be patient, but if you want, you can enter your email address on the website to be notified when things are back in stock. Now this set here is called Match Day, and I think I squealed when I saw this because my kids both play soccer and have for many years, so I love that it's a pretty neutral color palette. It will go with their orange uniforms, so I'm very excited to make some layouts with that. And then these stars are like a foam sparkly sticker. I wasn't exactly sure how to store them, so I am just popping them in with the paper for now because they're too large for my typical embellishment packaging. Now we are going to get into the stamps and dies, and this is the stamp and die set that goes along with that Match Day paper. So what I'm doing is I am taking a self-adhesive magnet sheet. I get these from Amazon and they come as 8.5 by 11, and I cut them down to 5 1/4 by 8.5, and then that fits into the envelopes perfectly. And I'm using the packaging from the paper to adhere my magnet to so that it makes it a little sturdier. And then I have plenty of room for my dies on here. It fits in the envelope perfectly, and so far I am enjoying this. I thought I would show you a little peek at the Valentine's Day card I made for my son using this set plus the Jars of Joy, and those little peppermints from Christmas time were so cute for a Valentine's card. Okay, so I am putting my dies in, and then here are the stamps. I'm keeping them sandwiched between the packaging and then slipping it in the front. So dies are on the back. I have the actual dies showing on the back rather than the printed piece because I like to see the actual dies because a lot of times they're bigger than the printed piece. And then I am also tucking the envelope flap into the top of the envelope so that it's easier to access. So I'm doing it here again. I'm tucking that in so that I don't have to flip it open every time I want to reach in. I can just reach down, grab my stamp set, grab my die set. I have been using this system now for about a month, and so far I am liking it. I am thinking that I'm going to switch all of my stamps and dies that are in this packaging over this way. I did go to a retreat last weekend, and it was really nice to be able to just grab one envelope and know that I have my stamps and my dies together in one envelope rather than be like, okay, now I need the dies. I've got the stamp set. I need to make sure I find the dies, and usually they're together in my stamp storage, but sometimes if I use one and not the other, it gets put back a little differently and they're not right next to each other. So, so far I am enjoying this. This set here that I'm putting away is called Rolling Waves. It is a fabulous stamp and die set. I haven't played with it yet, but I am dying to. I brought it to my retreat and ended up not working on any beach layouts, so but I definitely am going to coming up here. And then this one, Capturing Smiles, this is one of those that sold out very fast, so try to be patient if you're waiting for this one. It's worth the wait. I did use this recently on a layout I posted last week for a Disney layout, and it was just the perfect embellishment. I think that this is going to continue to be a very popular set. So again, cutting the magnet, or just cutting that backer piece down to the size of the magnet. I am putting the magnet onto the printed side of that backer sheet because that way the back of my magnet will be completely white if I want to write anything on it or whatever, or you know, I just want it to be clean. I don't typically look at the back of this, but it's nice to know that there's not like a cutoff portion of a paper pack printed on the back of it. So here we have our stamp and die sets all together. So now what I do is I take my label maker and I label all of these envelopes with the name of the paper pack because there are so many that I have a really hard time keeping them all straight. Sometimes there are a DSP paper pack plus a scrapbooking kit that are very similar, but they have different names, and that always trips me up. So I will put the DSP or designer series paper name first and then the scrapbook kit name second, so I know which is which, and I do keep them together back to back in the same envelope so that I have everything that matches together. I didn't get any scrapbooking kits in this release. Like I said, that the one that matches this one here does have a matching scrapbooking kit, but I did not get it. I got just the DSP pack. I use a Brother label maker and I really like it, but recently the toner has been printing kind of off. I don't know if you can replace the toner. If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. I haven't really looked into it, so I need to just kind of do a little research to find out what I need to do to make it print well again. So let me know though if you know. Obviously, I cannot get every new product that comes out, nor do I want to because I don't have space for it. So there are items that were released that I did not get and that you're not seeing here. So I will have a link below to be able to see all of the new items that are available so you can see what is on your must-have list. This little barbecue set here is an example of one that I did not get in the beginning, but I got my husband a new barbecue for his birthday, which is St. Patrick's Day. So hopefully he's not watching this video or I just gave away the surprise. I'm sure he's not. But I figured, you know what? I'm going to have pictures of him with his new barbecue. We got him a Blackstone grill that he's been wanting. So I thought this would be fun. So this is an afterthought. That's why I'm not putting it all together with the other stamps and dies. But like I said, I didn't get everything. I have to be very selective because my collection is just getting way too big, but I get the things that I know I will have a reason to scrapbook. I hope this gave you some organization ideas. I have my organization supplies as well as the scrapbooking supplies listed down below. So go ahead and check everything out and I'll see you soon. Bye!